Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today is going to be the final game of 4 between the Cubs and Dodgers in Wrigley Field. The Cubs took the first 2 games and then dropped yesterday's in extra innings in heartbreaking fashion. Now we're going to see Game 4, the final game of this series, as the Cubs attempt to take 3 out of 4 at home from the Dodgers. Today's pitching matchup is going to be Chris Archer taking the mound for the Cubs. He is making start number 27, coming in at 8-10 with a 3.35 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP. He will be opposed by the Dodgers' Julio Urias, who is making start number 25. He is 13-3 with a 4.38 ERA, 1.29 WHIP. The Cubs lineup today will be Bogaerts, O'Neill, Bryant, Ramos, Cabrera, Bradley, Santana, Archer batting 8th, and Hayward 9th. The Dodgers lineup will be Turner, Muncy, Bellinger, Seager, Lux, Peterson, Smith, Taylor, and the pitcher Urias batting 9th. It is 81 degrees and a beautiful day in Wrigley Field. The wind blowing in from right at 12 mph. Of course, that didn't stop any home runs from leaving the park yesterday. So let's get this game underway. Chris Archer for the Cubs takes the mound against Justin Turner, who is going to lead off the game for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are coming in at 88-41 with the best record in the National League and first place in the NL West, opposed by the Cubs, who are 60-66, still at third place in the NL Central. As Chris Archer stands on the mound with a 1-ball count, he is looking for the sign. And here is the pitch to Justin Turner. Line toward first, Santana grabs it, and he makes the play for out number 1. Muncy now batting. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Max Muncy. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the fastball at 96. And that is Archer's first strikeout of the day. Cody Bellinger now is the batter. Full count, payoff pitch with 2 outs. Here it comes. That was low for ball 4. The umpire might have squeezed him just a bit as Bellinger draws his 74th walk of the season, and it brings up Corey Seager. 2 outs, 1 man on, and a 2-ball count to Corey Seager. Lined into center field, that's going to be a base hit. The runner rounds second, but he holds as the throw goes directly to third, and Seager now has an 11-game hitting streak. Gavin Lux now the batter with 2 outs and 2 men on in the top of the first inning, an 0-2 count with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer strikes out 2 to end the inning, and now we go to the bottom of the first. It is a 0-0 game. Bogaerts will be the leadoff hitter for the Cubs in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Julio Urias. He's looking for the sign, towing the rubber, and here's the pitch. Grounder toward third, scooped up, throws over to first, but it is late, and that is an infield single to lead off the inning for Xander Bogaerts. Tyler O'Neill will now be the batter with nobody out, a runner on first. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. O'Neill is retired for the first out of the inning. Fastball at 93 right there brings up Chris Bryant. Hit a home run in yesterday's game. He is at 21 on the season. Waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Grounder towards short. Scooped up. Oh, and it's bobbled. Seager can't find the handle. That's an error. Bogaerts goes to second. Everybody's going to be safe. And now Wilson Ramos comes up with 1 out and runners on first and second. Urias pitching with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Grounder towards short again. This time Seager fields cleanly, throws to second, relay to first, and that is a ground ball double play. So the error does not haunt the Dodgers. We go to the top of the second inning. It is a 0-0 game. Peterson is going to lead off for the Dodgers, facing Archer in the top of the second. Here is a 2-2 pitch from Chris Archer. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Smith now batting. Will Smith coming up for the Dodgers. With 1 out, nobody on. Here is a full count pitch from Chris Archer. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And he goes down swinging. That is 140 strikeouts on the season for Chris Archer. 3 in this game. And Taylor is the next batter. 1-1 count. Taylor waiting for the pitch. Grounder towards second. Cabrera backs up, makes the play, throws to first, and that is out number 3. Dodgers retired in order in the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning of a scoreless ball game. Asdrubal Cabrera leading off for the Cubs. He's going to bat from the right side to face the lefty Urias. Here is a full count pitch. Cabrera waiting. And that is way outside. That is ball 4. He didn't even have to think very hard about that one. Brings up Jackie Bradley. With nobody out, runner on first. And Bradley lines that one, but right at the second baseman. The throw goes to short, but the double play is broken up. And that is going to be a fielder's choice, which will allow Bradley to be safe on first. The lead runner is retired at second, and now Danny Santana is the batter. Santana, with 26 home runs on the season, comes up with 1 out, 1 man on. Here is the pitch. Oh, and the runner's going. They faked him out, and then the ball gets away from the catcher, rolls all the way to the backstop. So Bradley ends up on second, despite being faked out on the steal play, and Santana is now batting with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. We'll score that a wild pitch. And a 2-2 count now as Santana swings and misses for strike 3. So that was a curveball, and Santana just swung over it. Archer now the batter. Chris Archer coming up. He is 5 for 47 on the season, facing Urias with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Chris Archer, and he misses high for ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning for Urias, and it brings up Jason Hayward. 2 outs, 2 men on. Hayward trying to help the Cubs break this scoreless tie. Here's a 1-ball count to Jason Hayward. Urias looking in. Here's the pitch. Grounder back up the middle. The second baseman scoops it up, but there is no play. Lux doesn't even try to throw it to first. Hayward beats it out for an infield single, and the bases are loaded. So now we have Xander Bogaerts coming up again. 2 outs. Nowhere to put him. The bases are full of Cubs. Urias facing Bogaerts with a 1-1 count. Grounder towards short. The throw goes to second as they retire the intermediate runner to end the inning. So the Cubs threaten, they do not score. The bases are left loaded. We go to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. Archer will face Urias to lead off the top of the third inning for the Dodgers. Here's a 2-1 count and the pitch from Archer. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Justin Turner now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch from Chris Archer. And that's hit high and hard, deep left field, looking up is O'Neill, and that one is gone. Solo home run for Justin Turner, 403 feet to the seats in straightaway left field, and that makes this a 1-0 Dodger lead. So now Max Muncy is coming up with 1 out, nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Max Muncy. And that one's hit hard to deep right center field. That might be, it is gone! Bradley leaps at the wall, but no chance of getting it. 410 feet to right center field, and that one left in a hurry. That was just a rocket. So the Dodgers now lead 2-0. Archer has had a pair of 0-2 counts and not been able to convert to get strike 3. That's got to be frustrating for him. Here's Bellinger now. Dodgers up 2-0, top of the third inning. 2-2 count. Bellinger waiting for the pitch. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws to first, and that is out number 2. Corey Seager now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-ball count. 1 strike count with the pitch. Popped up behind third base. The shortstop Bogaerts going over. Called off by Bryant, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Dodgers score twice on a pair of solo home runs. We go to the bottom of the third of a 2-0 ball game. So the Cubs got some base runners against Urias last inning. We're not able to convert. Let's see if they can do a little better here in the bottom of the third inning. Tyler O'Neill leading off, 1 strike count, waiting for the pitch. Grounder up the middle. The second baseman is playing directly behind second. He's in position to make that play. And O'Neill is thrown out at first for the out number 1. Chris Bryant now batting. Full count, 1 out. And Bryant hits that one high, deep center field. I think the park is going to hold it as Taylor catches it on the warning track for out number 2. Bryant sure gave that one a ride, but it wasn't hit quite high enough. And now Ramos is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here is a 2-2 count to Wilson Ramos. And that one's popped up to left center field. Coming in and actually going out at shortstop is Seager, making the play in short left field to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 4th inning of a 2-0 Dodger lead. Archer facing Lux. Top of the 4th with a full count, and here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 4, low and away, and Lux draws the walk. So Jock Peterson now is the batter. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's a 1-strike pitch to Jock Peterson. He lays down the bunt. Archer has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. So the guy with 27 home runs just laid down a sacrifice bunt, and that will bring up Will Smith, who's hitting .211 with 16 home runs, but now the runner's in scoring position with 1 out. So here is a full count pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Archer gets his 4th strikeout of the inning. Smith chased one right there. And now Chris Taylor is the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here is a 2-1 pitch. Popped up deep right field. However, the wind's going to hold this one up as Hayward goes back to the warning track and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Dodgers do not score. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-0 ball game. Asdrubal Cabrera will lead off for the Cubs against Urias in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. That is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Fastball at 93. Retires Cabrera, and now Bradley is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr. That's lined over the first baseman's head into right field. That's going to be a clean single for Bradley. With 1 out, he is standing on first, and it brings up Danny Santana. 1 out, 1 man on, 1 ball count from Urias. Here is the pitch. Hit hard down the left field line. Santana pulled that one over the third baseman's head. That'll be a single. So the Cubs now have first and second with 1 out, and Chris Archer is the batter. So Archer will come up, 2 men on, 1 out. The infield is drawn in on the corners, and here's a 2-1 pitch to Chris Archer, and he grounds that one to short. The throw goes to second, the relay to first. That is a ground ball double play. Why was Archer swinging away there? I do not know. So the Cubs put 2 men on, they do not score. We go to the top of the 5th inning of a 2-0 Dodger lead. Urias now batting, leading off for the Dodgers against Archer. First pitch in the top of the 5th inning. Here it comes. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Turner now the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Turner facing Archer with a 1-1 count. And here's the pitch. Popped up center field. Coming in is Bradley. Tracking. And he makes the catch for out number 2. Max Muncy now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Hit a solo home run his last time up. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Muncy. Archer with the pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit for Muncy. A single with 2 outs. And that will bring up the next batter, Cody Bellinger. With 2 outs and 1 man on. Bellinger facing Archer. That one's lined into right field. That's going to be another base hit. Hayward has it, gets it back into the infield quickly. However, the Dodgers is threatening now with first and second and 2 outs, and Corey Seager is the batter. He is 1 for 2 today. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Seager. Lined into left field, Taylor's tracking, and he makes the catch. That was a frozen rope of a line drive, and Taylor tracked it down, which saved at least 1 run. So a nice defensive play ends the Dodgers half of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning of a 2-0 Los Angeles lead. Jason Heyward now coming up with nobody out, nobody on, the classical leadoff scenario for Heyward here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And there is a swing and a miss for strike 3 at a changeup. So Heyward is retired. That is strikeout number 4 on the day for Urias, and it brings up Xander Bogaerts. 1 out, nobody on. Bogaerts waiting. That's a line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit. This is going to be extra bases for Bogaerts. He rounds first, heading into second. He slides. He is safe with a double. So Bogaerts is now on with 1 out. First extra base hit, I believe, for the Cubs today, and it brings up Tyler O'Neill. With 1 out, runner on second. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Strike 3 on the outside corner. So Tyler O'Neill is the 5th strikeout victim of the day, and it brings up Chris Bryant. With 2 outs and 1 man on, Cubs trying to break through with their first run of the game. Bryant waiting for the 1-ball pitch. And that's lined into left field. Is that going to drop? It played on a bounce. Rounding third. Nope, staying on third. It looked like he might try to score, but the third base coach put up the stop sign. So Bryant gets a 2-out base hit. There are now runners on the corners with 2 out, and Wilson Ramos is coming up in a critical situation for the Cubs. Ramos waiting for the 1-2 count. There's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Throw to first, and that will retire the side. So the Cubs get a couple of base runners. They do not score. We go to the top of the 6th inning of a 2-0 Cub deficit. And now John Loaiza is going to be the new pitcher for the Cubs. He is brought in relief of Archer in the top of the 6th inning. Loaiza has thrown 104 innings this year, 36 walks, 111 strikeouts, and a 4.59 ERA. He will face Gavin Lux, Jock Peterson, and Will Smith here in the top of the 6th inning. Here is a 3-1 count, and Loaiza working with the pitch. Lined into right field. That's going all the way to the wall down the right field line. Rounding first, heading for extra bases. Is he going to stop at second? No, he's rounding second. He's heading for third. The throw goes to third, and he slides in safely. So Gavin Lux has a leadoff triple down the right field line. And that gives the Dodgers a runner 90 feet away with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. Jock Peterson now batting with a 3-0 count. Loaiza working, and he misses. That is ball 4. So Peterson draws the walk. I suppose that sets up the double play, so that's one advantage to this situation. And now Will Smith is the batter. Nobody out, runners on the corners. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that gets away. It's going over the way to the wall. The runner comes home. He slides. He is safe. The Dodgers now have a 3-0 lead on the wild pitch, and that will put Peterson, who is also going to advance to second. So runner on second now, nobody out. Smith still batting. Here's a full count to Will Smith. Outside for ball 4. So a triple and 2 walks in the inning. Loaiza has yet to retire a runner. And Taylor is the next batter. 1 strike count. Popped up to center field. That's deep. The runners may be able to tag up and advance. Tracking over toward left center field and making the catch is Jackie Bradley. Peterson tags up and heads to third, so there's 1 out, runners on the corners, and the pitcher Urias is going to be allowed to bat for himself here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out, 1-1 count. Popped up to center field. Shallow center field, but it may be deep enough. Bradley makes the catch. The throw comes home, and the runner is out at home. So the Cubs defense prevents another run from scoring. Just a rifle of a throw from center field to throw out Peterson at home. So a double play of an irregular type ends the inning. We go now to the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers are up 3-0. Cabrera is the batter. He's going to face Urias, who's at 76 pitches right now, in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a 1-2 count with the pitch. Lined deep left center field. That might be. It is gone, as Joel Cabrera has just driven in the first Cub run of this ball game. Solo home run in the bottom of the 6th inning. 409 feet out to deep left center field. So the Cubs are on the board, and that brings up Jackie Bradley. With nobody out, nobody on, 1 run already in. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Bradley swings and misses for strike 3. That was a slider that dove out of the zone. First out of the inning, 6th strikeout of the day for Urias, and it brings up Danny Santana. 1 out, nobody on, 1-2 count to Danny Santana. Here's the pitch. Santana swings and misses at the changeup. That is strike 3, and he is sent back to the dugout for the 2nd out of the inning. 7 strikeouts on the day. It brings up Nico Hoerner. He is going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot, which was Jonathan Loaiza. Hoerner will bat from the right side against the lefty Urias with 2 outs and nobody on. Hoerner waiting for the pitch. Lined into right center field. That's going all the way to the wall for extra bases. Hoerner rounds first. He's heading to second. He is going to round second and head for third. He is going all the way for a triple. Sliding in safely. That is a 2-out triple for Nico Hoerner. So the Cubs are still in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bringing up Jason Hayward, and he is going to face a reliever for the Dodgers. Righty Joe Kelly has been brought in. He has thrown 48 in the 3rd innings, 28 walks, 50 strikeouts, and a 4.28 ERA. Kelly will face Jason Hayward with 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kelly working. Full count. The runner's going to be going. Hayward waiting for the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Heading over is the second baseman Lux, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs score once on the Cabrera home run. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It is a 3-1 Dodger lead. And now Sammy T has been brought in out of the bullpen. He is going to face the top of the Dodger lineup in the top of the 7th inning. Sam Tuivailala has thrown 32 in the 3rd innings, 21 walks, 31 strikeouts, and an 8.27 ERA. He is facing Justin Turner, top of the 7th inning. Here's a 2-2 count, and Sammy T looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the changeup. So 1 out into the inning, and now Sammy T will face Muncy. 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. Muncy draws the walk. He heads down to first. That was a fastball at 98, but it missed low. And it brings up Cody Bellinger. 1 out, 1 man on. Bellinger waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Tuivailala gets the 2nd strikeout of the inning as Bellinger chases a fastball at 97. Corey Seager now is the batter. And there's a new Cub pitcher being brought in, Sean Doolittle. The lefty Doolittle will face the lefty Seager. Actually, the next 3 batters in the Dodger lineup are all lefties. So Doolittle facing Seager with 2 outs and 1 man on. Doolittle has thrown 40 innings this year, 16 walks, 36 strikeouts, and a 2.70 ERA. Doolittle working with a 0-2 count. And here is the pitch. Lined into center field. I believe that's going to drop for a base hit. And Bradley plays it on a hop, fires it down to third to prevent the runners from continuing to advance. And now Doolittle will face Lux. Lux is 1 for 2 today. Facing him with 2 outs, 2 men on. Here is a 3-1 count. Oh, and a balk. A balk is called. Doolittle is not getting any help from the umpires here. The runners advance to second and third. And now Lux continuing to bat. I guess now they've got first base open, so do they just throw in ball 4? Here's a full count. Lined into center field. That's going to drop in for another base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. The throw goes to the cutoff man. The Dodgers now lead 5-1 in the top of the 7th inning. RBI single for Gavin Lux drives in 2. That balk just came back to kill him in an amazing way. And now Peterson is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on, 1-2 count. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Steps on the base, and that will retire the side. So the Dodgers score twice. They now take a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. And our 7th inning stretch today is going to be led by former Cub announcer Chip Caray. Xander Bogaerts comes out, bottom of the 7th inning, leading off against the Dodger reliever Joe Kelly. Here is a 1-2 count, and the pitch from Kelly. Grounder towards second, off the end of the bat, throws over to first, and that is out number 1. O'Neill coming up with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 count to Tyler O'Neill. Line past the third baseman down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. Rounding first, heading for second. And O'Neill slides into second with a double. So 1 out, runner on second base. And the Cubs are going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Kris Bryant. He is 1 for 3 today. And he is facing Kelly with a 3-1 count. That is high. It is ball 4 as Bryant draws the walk and heads down to first. Wilson Ramos now the batter. Ramos coming up. He is 0 for 3 today. He is facing Kelly with 1 out, 2 men on. Cubs trying to get back in this game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Wilson Ramos. And that is also outside. That is ball 4. 2 consecutive walks following the double. And the Cubs now have the bases loaded. 1 out. And Cabrera coming up. He hit a home run his last time up. Cabrera facing Kelly. 1-1 count. 1 out. And that's hit high to shallow right field. I don't know if this is going to be deep enough or not. The catch is made. The runner's tagging up. He's going to score without a throw. So there was no throw from Bellinger. He threw it to the cutoff man. I don't know if he just didn't expect that the runner would even tag up and try to score, but the Cubs have a run. That's a sacrifice fly for Cabrera, and now the score is 5-2. The Dodgers are going to bring in a new relief pitcher. Adam Kolarek comes in from the bullpen. He's thrown 42 2/3, 8 walks, 35 strikeouts, and a 3.16 ERA. Kolarek facing Bradley. Cubs down by 3, 2 outs, 2 men on. Bradley facing Kolarek with a 1-1 count. And here is the pitch. And that's lined into straightaway center field, but that's going to be caught. It was basically right at Taylor. He made about 2 steps to his left and made the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs threaten. They score once. We go to the top of the 8th of a 5-2 ball game. And now John Lester is being brought in out of the bullpen to preserve the 3-run deficit in the top of the 8th inning. He is going to face the lower third of the Dodgers order. The 7, 8, and 9 batters are due up. Smith facing Lester. Here's an 0-2 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Lester strikes him out with an inside cutter to lead off the inning. Taylor now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Taylor. And that's hit high, deep left field. That might be, it is gone right down the left field line. O'Neill chased it, but ultimately ran out of room. 409 feet down the left field line, and now the score is 6-2. Lester, even after coming off his rehab assignment, is still plagued by the long ball. And now Enrique Hernandez is going to be the pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. Coming up for the Dodgers with 1 out, nobody on, in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-ball count, and Hernandez waiting for the pitch. That's lined down the right field line. He went the opposite way with that one, all the way down in the right field corner. Rounding first, heading for second. The throw comes into second. The slide, and he is safe. So Hayward made a good throw to get it into second base, but it was not quite in time. Hernandez has a 1-out double, and now Lester is facing Turner with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Here's a full count pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Turner is retired with the strikeout. That was a fastball at 93, and it brings up Max Muncy. 2 outs, One man on, the lefty Lester facing the lefty Muncy in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. And that's lined opposite way into the left field. That's another base hit. The runner, however, gets the stop sign at third. So the Dodgers now have first and third and 2 outs, and Cody Bellinger is the batter. Lester facing Bellinger. Runners on the corners. Full count pitch. That was ball 4. He checked his swing. The umpire gives him first, and Lester is just livid. And now he's getting taken out of the game. Lester might get thrown out of this game for getting squeezed on that third strike call, which turned out to be ball 4. He's given the umpire an earful as he walks off the field. So now Junior Fernandez is coming in to pitch for the Cubs. He comes in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and 1 run already in the top of the 8th inning. Fernandez has thrown 28 innings, 24 walks, 31 strikeouts, and a 6.11 ERA. He's facing Corey Seager. Here's a full count pitch. Nowhere to put him. Runners are going to be going with 2 outs. That is outside for ball 4, and Fernandez walks in a run. So it is now a 7-2 Dodger lead, and Gavin Lux is the batter. 2 outs, bases still loaded. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Gavin Lux. Was that low? That looked good. Fernandez is now not happy with the umpire. It's an 8-2 ball game. 2 runs have been walked in. And Jock Peterson is the next batter. 2 outs, bases still loaded. Another 3-1 count. And another run is walked in. Fernandez is arguing with the umpire. Ramos goes out to calm him down at the mound. The score is now 9-2 Dodgers. And Smith is the batter with 2 outs and the bases still loaded. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Will Smith. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that was a changeup that ends the inning. Smith has struck out 4 times today. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is a 9-2 Dodger lead. Danny Santana coming in. He will face the Dodgers' Caleb Ferguson, who is the new pitcher. Ferguson has thrown 48 in the 3rd innings, 21 walks, 78 strikeouts, and a 3.91 ERA. Santana working, waiting for the pitch, leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. And here it comes. Grounder toward third, scooped up, throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Turner made a nice defensive play and stabbed that one to throw out the runner over at first. Fernandez now batting. Junior Fernandez batting for himself in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out, 1 ball count. Grounder toward third. Turner has it again, throws to first, but this time he throws it away. The runner is going to advance to second on the error. So the pitcher, Fernandez, reaches on the error. That'll be credited as a throwing error on the third baseman, Turner, and it brings up Jason Hayward. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-1 count. Hayward waiting for the pitch. Popped up. Deep right field. The wind's going to hang this one up. On the warning track, Hayward is retired for out number 2. Hayward hit that one very high and very hard, but the wind blew it back in, and the catch was made by Bellinger on the warning track for the 2nd out of the inning. Bogart's now batting. 2 outs, 1 man on. There's a grounder toward third. The throw goes over to first, and that will retire the side. So the Cubs get a runner. They do not score. We go to the top of the 9th inning of a 9-2 Los Angeles lead. Fernandez will be allowed to continue to pitch in the top of the 9th. He will face Chris Taylor, who has a home run in today's game. He is 1 for 4. Here's a full count pitch from Fernandez. Grounder towards second. Cabrera has it. Throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Ferguson now batting. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Caleb Ferguson. Strike 3 swinging. So the changeup retires Ferguson for out number 2. And that'll bring up Justin Turner. He also has a home run in today's game. He comes up with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2 count to Justin Turner. Popped up right field, Hayward tracking, medium depth, makes the catch for out number 3. So the Dodgers are retired in order in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning of a 7-run Dodger lead. O'Neill will face Ferguson as the Cubs are down to their final 3 outs. Here's a full count pitch to O'Neill. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the fastball at 97. And now Ferguson will face Bryant. Bryant is 1 for 3 today. Also drew a walk. Here's the first pitch to Bryant. Popped up center field. Coming in is Taylor. Heading to his right. Makes the catch for out number 2. And now Wilson Ramos is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Ramos waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Ramos was retired to end the game. So the Dodgers defeat the Cubs by a score of 9-2. They earned the 2-game split here in Chicago. Dodgers getting 9 runs on 11 hits with 2 errors. The Cubs getting 2 runs on 9 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is the Dodgers' Max Muncy. We will see that he, in fact, went 3 for 4, scored 3 times, drove in 1, drew a walk. Home runs hit today by the Dodgers' Taylor, Muncy, and Turner. The Cubs got a home run from Asdrubal Cabrera. The loser is Chris Archer. He's credited with his 11th loss of the season, dropping to 8-11. He threw 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, allowed 2 home runs. Urias for the Dodgers gets his 14th win of the season. He improves to 14-3. He threw 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 1 run earned on a solo home run, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So the Cubs fall to 60-67, while the Dodgers improve to 89-41. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.